and welcome to YouTube Tuesday. I'm Robyn, and today we're going to dive into a topic that really remains at the top of for many research teams, and onboarding in a hybrid and remote environment. At the Incur Region 1 meeting, I attended a fantastic session that was led by Kayla and Savannah from UCONN, where they shared their team's journey in making remote and hybrid work successful. Since many teams continue to navigate in this shift, I wanted to bring some insights to all of you, or I wanted them to bring their insights to all of you. So let's get started. Kayla, what are some challenges that teams face when working in a hybrid or remote setting, and what has worked well for your team?
That's a great question, Robyn. Some of the key challenges that we have encountered include helping new hires prioritize tasks based on urgency. This can be really hard for new employees to relay that need in a remote environment. So really just helping them understand that culture, understand what type of tasks they're doing and what can wait and what might be a little bit more urgent has been something that we've really worked on here at UCONN. Also teaching team members how to communicate their needs effectively when they're not in person. This has just been a huge challenge that we've looked to overcome. Remote environments loses communication that we get from body language. So it's important to communicate open and often in remote and hybrid settings to help them develop to their full potential.
Well, it sounds like UConn has really been intentional in building that supportive environment. So, Savannah, please share some new approaches your team has developed to improve effectiveness of remote slash hybrid onboarding.
Absolutely. So one key shift we made was actually tailoring our training with how the trainee best learns. So for me, it was watching my trainer, share their screen and demonstrate the task step by step. And then I would then share my screen and do it myself. I learned best by doing. I was also assigned a trainer. So we would have one-on-one check-ins throughout the week, whether that's twice a week. We would have like subgroup chats where, I can just ping somebody on the side via Teams versus sending a message to the whole team if I had any questions. Another thing that we did was kind of we would follow up questions with a phone call. Sometimes it's easier to hop on a quick call versus, typing a long strategized message about how to do things. And if it's not urgent, my trainer would just say, hey, just let's schedule a meeting later on. We'll revisit that. But one of my favorite techniques that we used was I had to write down step by step how to, review a concurred travel report. Basically demonstrating, okay, you do one step, then the next step, then the next step. And by doing that, I was able to see gaps in my, knowledge on how I was to review that. And then my trainer was able to see, okay, this is where you're getting stuck. So that was my favorite part. And then just also prioritizing training, sometimes it could be, daunting, but we knew that as soon as our trainee was up and running, they were going to benefit our team.
Absolutely. And really sometimes taking the training burden off of the direct supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
We have specialists within our unit that might focus on travel reports or different types of transactions, and utilizing that whole team to take some of that burden off of the trainer really got that new employee up and running as quickly as possible and most efficient for the team.